Welcome everybody to a used car review. Since I got quite a lot of requests about making this particular video, I decided to do it. Even if I'm making videos mainly or only about used cars which are no longer in production. But anyway, let's get started. I am not a big fan of this new generation Audi A6, to be honest. Yes, it has great design, very good engines and also a very nice interior. So you may ask, where the fuck is the problem then? Well, the problem, or only my problem with this car, is the cost reduction. Which means that this Audi, compared to the predecessor, has quite a lot of cheaper technical solutions and parts. Of course, this doesn't mean that this is an unreliable and cheaply made car, because it's not. These changes don't really affect reliability or even build quality, and 90% of people don't even notice these changes. But I am not a regular person, so I know about at least some of the things which are quite noticeable the result of the cost reduction. Now, I'm not going to talk about these things, because then it will be a very long video, but in the future I will definitely do a compare video with the older model. So, the production of this A6 started in 2011, and as you probably noticed, it's still in production. The interior build quality of this car is simply amazing. The ergonomics, the materials, simply everything is great, and you definitely won't be disappointed. Also, the MMI system is a big improvement compared to the predecessor. The rust protection and the paint job quality is, of course, great, which is not a big surprise. I have to say that the reliability of this A6 is really good, so there are no major issues. On the other side, there can be problem with the electronically operated handbrake, fuel filler cap locking mechanism, and with the MMI screen opening and closing. Also, this car is full with various electronics, so make sure that it has the latest software updates. You can choose from 3 types of suspension. The standard suspension is good for, everyday driving. Then there is the factory sport suspension, which is quite stiff, mainly if you have 19 or 20-inch wheels. The last suspension is the adaptive air suspension, which is the best choice because the car is comfortable even on 20-inch wheels, and you can also adjust the suspension from comfort to dynamic mode or even raise the car a little bit. The conventional suspension is reliable, but it can be worn mainly in high mileage cars. The air suspension is also surprisingly reliable enough. Only the rear airbags can start to leak on high mileage cars. The next problem can be with strange creaking sound from the air suspension. This is mostly caused by worn control arm inner bushings. The optional equipment of this A6 is really big, as in other premium cars. It included, for example, the heated and ventilated electrically adjustable front massage seats, great navigation system, double glazed windows, full LED headlights, heated and electrically adjustable steering wheel, keyless entry, head-up display, or the really expensive Bang & Olufsen sound system. The facelifted version of this car is made from 2014. This facelift included some minor exterior and interior upgrades. Also, some new interior trim combinations were added. The price of this A6 starts at €12,990 for the cheapest one in Germany, and it goes up until €110,185 for a brand new model. The petrol engines are reliable. However, you should use only high quality fuel and change the oil regularly because of the direct injection system. Also, check the oil level regularly because in some cases they can consume a little bit of oil. The diesel engines are also reliable, so you can expect only regular diesel engine problems. Also, choose a diesel engine only if you want to use the car on longer journeys. It's very important to change the oil in the engine after maximum 15,000 kilometers, but the very best is to change it after 10,000 kilometers. Almost all the engines have timing chain, which is usually alright. However, in the V6 diesel engine, the timing chain tensioners can be often worn, so you have to pay attention to rattling noise after cold start. The 2-liter TDI 4-cylinder engines have timing belt. You should replace this timing belt and eventually also the water pump every 120,000 kilometers. You can choose the manual 6-speed gearbox, which is reliable, or there are 3 types of automatic transmissions. The Multitronic is a CVT automatic gearbox, which is more reliable than in the predecessor, but I would personally not recommend it either. Then there is the usually reliable S-Tronic, which is a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, and the 8-speed Tiptronic, which is also reliable enough. Don't forget to check the automatic transmission properly before buying, so it should change gears very fast and smoothly without some kind of a strange noise or hesitation. I recommend changing the oil in the automatic gearbox as usual every 60,000 kilometers. Before buying, check the suspension parts and all the electronics. The car should ride quietly, so it shouldn't make rattling, squeaking or humming noises from the suspension. Check the exterior of the car for various paint defects or rust, which can be the sign of the resprayed body. Also check the gaps between the body panels, they have to be even on the left and on the right side too. I hope that these information are helpful enough. If you have some questions or if you have personal experience with this car, then write it into comments. Thanks for watching.